So our crispy mushrooms are now exactly that, crispy. They're a breaded mushroom variety, same portion size. They're served with a sour cream and chive dip in a small stainless steel ramekin, served on a melamine board, garnished with a sprig of parsley. The carrot and harissa hummus is served in a brown chip bowl, garnished with a flat leaf parsley sprig, 4 slices of toasted chia baton, cucumber and celery crudités, which are cut into batons and served on a melamine board. For the king prawn cocktail, we have changed our prawns to a larger, plumper prawn. This needs to be served on a plate with your lettuce and salad mix in the centre, your prawn mix on top, 4 slices of buttered bread, and garnish with a lemon wedge. The soup is changed to a tomato and basil soup, served as before in a brown chip bowl, 2 slices of nice fresh chia baton, served on a napkin on a 12-inch round plate. The charred grilled chicken and bacon salad is a cornerstone of our menu now, and as we're moving into light nights, this is just a refresher. So please make sure that we have fresh, crisp salad leaves, crispy bacon, and beautifully charred grilled chicken served on top of our salads. The Ember pork pie ploughman's is a new addition for the light nights menu. Pork pie, ham, cheese, celery, salad mix, bread, chutney, apples, and butter combined to make a fantastic starter or a sharer. Please make sure this is served to spec. The garden pea and rocket risotto is a base mix. Add peas, add cheese, seasoning, top with rocket, and it's served with a quarter side salad with vegetarian hard cheese on the side. This can also be topped with chicken or salmon. Posh fish finger sandwich is a single piece of whiting cut into 3 pieces, cooked in beer batter, served in chia baton, served with tartar sauce, chips, a lemon wedge and parsley, served on a melamine board with a skewer through the top to secure it. The new steak and ember ale pie, exactly the same spec as before, served with gravy, mixed greens, mashed potato. The important thing here is to try the new pie mix and see if you can taste the ember ale flavour. British chicken and portobello mushroom pie. This is a new pie mix and again served as before with gravy, mixed greens, mashed potatoes and served on a 12-inch round. Please try the new chicken mix to understand the change in the flavour profiles. So butcher's choice sausage and mash, 3 British pork sausages served on mashed potato, green beans and a large evolved bowl. This is for a refocus on specification, as this is one of the dishes that is most inconsistently delivered across the brand. Half roast British chicken. This is for a refocus on the spec. The bird needs to be finished on the char grill so that it does have some char grill marks. Served as per the spec. Chips, sauce for the guest liking, slaw, salad mix, served on a large square plate. The lamb shank is now cooked in a rich tomato and chorizo sauce. This is served on mashed potato and served with British seasonal greens. It should be served in a large evolved bowl and garnished with flat leaf parsley with the bone facing up. Our grilled fillet of sea bass is served on crushed baby potatoes, served with British seasonal greens and a beurre blanc sauce. The skin should be served skin side up with blistering on the skin to show that it is nice and crispy. Served with a char-grilled half lemon, sprig of parsley, served in a larger bowl with the sauce in a jug. Teriyaki salmon is a single piece of salmon cooked on the char grill after being marinated in teriyaki sauce. Served with dressed egg noodles, shredded crisp vegetables, coriander and spring onion. Served in a larger bowl garnished with a lemon wedge. The fish pie filling has been updated. It's a medley of yellowfin sole, salmon, prawn, smoked haddock in a cream, leek and white wine sauce, topped with mashed potato, served with British seasonal greens, served on a 12-inch round plate, garnished with flat leaf parsley. We have moved to a single muscle rump steak in Ember. This is a massive move forward for quality and consistency. They are 28-day matured steaks. They need to be cooked to the guest's liking and stored in exactly the correct ways as we've been currently using, bookending and rotating. Cooked to the guest's liking, this is served with onion rings, chips, buttered peas, char-grilled mushroom, char-grilled tomato, and served on a 12-inch round plate, garnished with flat leaf parsley. Sauces are available to upsell to the guest. Cornish kiln smoked pork ribs. These are finished on the char grill to give them that nice sticky flavour. Served with a chipotle and honey glaze, which must be applied during cooking. These are served with seasoned chips, dressed salad and a house slaw. This is served on a large square plate with some additional sauce in a ramekin, served with chips. The revision of our burger spec is to go back to serving slaw with mayonnaise. This was through guest feedback and through feedback from yourselves as well. The only additional burger that we're adding is a southern fried chicken burger, which is 2 chicken breast fillets and a spicy coating, served with Monterey Jack cheese and spicy beer battered jalapeno peppers. Stuffed loin of pork. Cook the stuffed loin of pork as per the cooking instructions, achieving core temperature. Slice 3 even slices and serve with roast potatoes, parsnips, carrots, seasonal vegetables, 2 Yorkshire puddings, gravy on a square plate. Looking after our fantastic new Ember roasting rump joint. You may find that the size fluctuates. Our tolerance is between 0.5 and 3.2 kilos. You order by weight, so you may end up with 1 large joint or 2 smaller joints. If you order in large amounts, please bear this in mind, as they may be split into smaller joints. The benefit of this is that if you're a slow trade business or a later trade business, you can place a joint in the oven throughout service, and as they're smaller, they'll cook quicker. This should also help to manage our wastage and get a greater yield out of the product. Preparing to cook our Ember roasting rump joint. Decant from the packaging and allow to bloom. Oil and season, ensuring a thorough coating of seasoning over the joint, both underneath and on top. You'll see a thick layer of fat on top of the joint. Ensure this is seasoned as well. You'll be able to see the grain of the meat when you turn it over. Place onto an oiled tray, allow to bloom correctly, and then you're ready for cooking. Cooking our Ember roasting rump joint. Once the joint has been bloomed, oiled and seasoned, the meat is ready to be sealed. This is a critical part of the roasting. When you roast this, the joint will maintain its juices and will also maintain a moist texture and keep the flavour in the meat. Place your joint in a hot pan. Seal on the skin side first to render the fat down. Once browned, after 2 to 3 minutes, turn the meat over using red tongs and continue to seal for a further 3 minutes until the whole joint is sealed. Transfer to a roasting tray and place into a preheated oven between 180 to 200 degrees C. And if you're placing in the Merry Chef, use the oven with no microwave function. You'll need to monitor the temperature as the size of the joints will take different times to cook depending on what you've ordered. This product needs resting, and once you've cooked it, make sure you take it out and record your temperatures in the due diligence. Resting and preparing to carve our joint. Once core temperature has been achieved for a single muscle joint, minimum of 65 degrees, allow this to rest. These can still be hot held as per the food safety policy and cookbook guidelines. Once rested, turn the joint over to reveal the run lines of the meat. This shows which way the grain of the muscle in the meat is running. In carving, you're wanting to carve against the grain to ensure that you get a cross section of the meat and it remains moist and tender. So if the grains are facing down, we're going to turn it over, turn it 45 degrees, and that way when we carve, we'll end up carving against the grain and getting a nice slice. Carving our Ember roasting rump joint. When we carve the meat, we should have a similar pattern to a crosshatch, so when you've carved against it, you will see the cross-hatching in the meat. Place it on a yellow chopping board and turn the meat so the grain is facing away from you. You're aiming to carve 246 grams of meat, which depending on the size will yield roughly 82 grams per slice. Carve a slice and weigh it for a guide. A guest should expect to get 3 good slices of roast beef on their Sunday dinner. As you work through the joint, the longer parts of the meat can be used for thinner slices versus the end of the joint, which can be used for thicker slices in comparison. We're going back to homemade roast potatoes. You can order peeled potatoes from breaks. They need to be cut up, parboiled, placed into hot oil, tossed, seasoned, and roasted through until golden brown. Do not put your potatoes in the fryer at any point. They will just absorb the oil, they will go crinkly, and they will go hard. You can cook these in batches throughout the course of the day to ensure that we maintain freshness when serving these roast potatoes. This white chocolate pot is an indulgent blend of white chocolate and double cream. Served with raspberry and white chocolate shard. Served in a teacup, served with a saucer, whipped cream and a sprig of mint to garnish. The baked vanilla cheesecake comes in frozen and can be portioned out so you can take out however many portions you need. Serve with a mixed berry coulis, a quenelle of whipped cream, a sprig of mint, served on a 10-inch round plate. The peach and raspberry trifle cheesecake comes in frozen. You can take out singular portions. This is served with a white chocolate and raspberry shard, a quenelle of fresh cream, a sprig of mint, and served on a 10-inch round plate. Salted caramel profiteroles. They're served with vanilla pod ice cream and Belgian chocolate sauce. Place in the centre, add the ice cream on top, drizzle the sauce, garnish with fresh mint and serve in a small evolved bowl. Red berry ice cream sundae. Peach and raspberry sponge pieces, fruits in sauce, vanilla pod ice cream, topped with whipped cream and fresh strawberries, all mixed together, served in a Haussmann glass with fresh mint and icing sugar. Mini white chocolate pot. Same recipe to make the chocolate pot. Served in a 2.4 ounce ramekin, a small quenelle of whipped cream, white chocolate and raspberry shard, garnished with mint and served on a saucer. Mini peach and raspberry trifle cheesecake. Half a portion of the whole cheesecake, served with a single piece of white chocolate and raspberry shard, icing sugar, topped with mint and served on a saucer. The chicken wings are the same chicken wings currently used on the menu. They have a chipotle and honey glaze. They need to be cooked and served inside a half-pint glass with brown greaseproof paper. The pork pie comes in frozen and comes in as a single whole pork pie. This can be ordered as a whole pork pie, a half pork pie, or a piece of pork pie. Served with barbecue sauce. This is served from the kitchen and should not be stored on the bar. Half pint of pork ribs, served with whole grain mustard, squeezy clear honey to give the glaze. It's approximately 200 grams, so half a portion of ribs, placed into half a pint glass, surrounded with brown greaseproof paper. Barbecue pulled pork chip tank, 285 grams of chips, 60 grams of pulled pork, 40 grams of cheese, 30 ml of barbecue sauce. Mix with the pulled pork, pour over the top of the chips, serve in a chip tank with brown greaseproof paper. Barbecue sausage chip tank. Sausages are cooked, then cut up, and then they top the chips. These need to be served in a half pint glass with brown greaseproof paper. Bar snack, fish goujons. Whiting fillet, approximately 166 grams, cut into 3 to 4 slices, placed in a half pint pot, greaseproof paper, served with a small ramekin tartar sauce. Jalapeno bottle tops, 100 grams of jalapeno bottle tops, served in a half pint dimple glass, served with a sour cream and chive dip and a stainless steel ramekin, all wrapped up in brown greaseproof paper, garnished with parsley. Children's chicken wings. These are 3 chicken wings coated in barbecue sauce, cooked until core temperature is achieved, served with barbecue sauce. Children's portion of carrot and harissa hummus. 40 grams of carrot and harissa hummus, 6 pieces of cucumber, 4 pieces of celery, both cut into matchstick crudités. Children's single and double burger. Young guests can have whatever they want with the burger. Young adults have chips and slaw. This is also inclusive of a second burger patty. Children's sausage roll. Young guests can have whatever sides they want with their sausage. Young adults can have 2 sausages, peas, mashed potatoes and gravy. Children's battered fish goujon. Young guests can have it served whatever they want. Young adults get 2 pieces of cod, peas and chips served on a 10-inch round plate. Young guest cheese and tomato pizza. This pizza comes in frozen, can be cooked to order, and can be served with any of the young guest's choice from the options available. Young guest steak and chips, 100 grams of chips, peas, tomato and a 4-ounce rump. This rump should be taken from our current rump steak and cut in half, cooked to the guest's liking. Char grilled chicken skewers. These chicken skewers come in frozen, should be defrosted and cooked until core temperature is achieved. Served with 100 grams of chips and a quarter side salad, served on a 10-inch round.